Ms. Bailey, as a financial advisor, I have to do a lot of things from an ethical standpoint with regards to my job. The SEC regulates my industry very heavily, and from a city council perspective, being on that board, there will be several times when I would have to recuse myself from placing a vote on certain instances with regards to city finances, etc. But where I am, looking at that, I know that you had the same opportunity to recuse yourself when several people wanted to get their land zoned for the same type of business that your family currently owns. And just curious as to know why you did not recuse yourself in this situation.
Sure, I didn't recuse myself because there was no conflict of interest. As you would hopefully know, is that you need to pursue legal counsel when a case comes before you. I did that. I pursued it with Girard and Davis, and they resoundingly said that no, there is no financial conflict of interest, which is what defines an ethical conflict of interest. There was no such conflict of interest. And instead, our charter requires that we actually participate and vote when an issue comes before us. So indeed, the reverse would have been true. Had I recused myself on an item where there was no need to recuse myself, I would have been undermining the very job that I was put in office to do. I was elected to make decisions that come before us, whether those be land use decisions, zoning issues, variances, and had there been a need for me legally to recuse myself, gee, I would have done that. But indeed there was not. There was no financial impact. There was no reason for me to recuse myself. Instead, as I've done for the last 20 years and for the last 5 years at the City of Milton Council table, I have participated fully when it is appropriate to do so, and that is every time that we have a council meeting. I need to be there to bring balance to that table. I need to be there to ask the difficult questions with regards to zoning, with regards to regulations, with regards to legal precedent. That experience is critical, and to step away from that responsibility would be indeed irresponsible. And again, I'll state for the record that the city attorney made it quite clear that indeed I needed to be participating in those decisions, not straying away from the very responsibility that I took when I took office and took my oath.
Mr. Goons, 30 seconds.
I'm sorry, if I were in a position of power where someone wanted to come and do something that may affect my business, there's a conflict of interest in there. Whether or not it comes from an attorney, there's a situation where you have to have principles above just what someone writes down in a legal document. From my standpoint, I would recuse myself if that were the situation. Whether or not it'd be right, in my mind it would be though, and that's just why I made the question.
Ms. Bailey?
There was no financial conflict of interest. I'll make it quite clear. Recusal is defined by law, and that is in fact what gives us the opportunity to say, okay, should I be making this decision or should I not? So I would hope that indeed you would rely on the law. We need to rely on the law as a city. We need to rely on the law as it relates to our land use planning. We need to rely on the law as it relates to how we make financially sound decisions, including the fact that we've made decisions to pursue that local option sales tax that you continue to say is a negotiation when indeed it's not. We need to rely on the laws that are in place.
Mr. Large?